Hello, dear viewer. Thank you for joining me for your daily Pick a Card Tarot reading. I want to ask you to choose the stone that really resonates with you, that calls you, and we will begin. I will put the timestamps for each pile in the description so you can find your stone and pile easily. And let's start with the cornelian. All right. So this stone is cornelian for creativity, passion, boldness, and sexuality, fertility. And let's see what we have. We've got the Seven of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Well, so we don't have major arcana today, but we sure have some nice, pleasant cards. I think that the Six of Wands is suggesting a victory. So there's something, I feel like you do well. You feel good about the way you spent today. You know, you feel like you've done something that you wanted to do, get done, but also maybe even something for yourself, something for your own growth, creativity, spirituality. Oh, and I'm saying what the cornelian, oh yes, something for that, that you wanted to do and you feel really good about it. And the victory card is suggesting that you will have a moment like that. The Queen of Cups is all about contentment, self-control, temperance. She's just wonderful to have around. She is a lot of times nurturing, compassionate, but she is emotionally insightful, and she's just the kind of queen who has the maturity to know the right thing to say or know when not to say something. I think you're going to be really terrific today in the way you interact with others. The Seven of Cups suggests to me there may be something on your mind, something in the ether, a decision to be made, or you may be trying to figure out something. Today, I think they're saying that it's a day to enjoy being who you are and follow your enjoyment, follow your excitement, follow your enthusiasm. Wands are all of those things. And if you follow that and obtain a victory for yourself, and it doesn't have to be a huge victory. We don't have major arcana here. We're talking, something you've been meaning to do for yourself, or oh goodness, it could be for the good of others too. But really, I feel like this is the feeling I'm getting around this thing is that it's a step you may take in developing, yeah, your spirituality, your creativity, you're developing something in an area that's a larger goal for you right now. That kind of thing. So I guess if you're ever feeling like, okay, there's a choice to be made in the future, or I'd like to figure this out, I don't have all the information yet, we're always encouraged to look to the good choices, to look to the good expectations, to look to have things paying off, essentially, not dread. So don't do any of that. Don't dread. Instead, be led by your enthusiasm to take the next step. All right. And you have certainly the maturity and the emotional insight, and you're very agreeable today. So that's really, really valuable to families, to friends. And for those of you who chose the citrine, and that's all about imagination, energy, transforming dreams into reality, intelligence. We've got the Hierophant, the Hermit, and the Five of Wands. Very interesting reading today. I feel like it's going to be a mixed day. You're going to have a bit of time for spirituality with the Hermit, for meditation, for connecting with yourself in any case, the way you do that, because the Hermit may have a message for you in that you may have a really nice time in meditation or in just connecting, feel more connected to your spirit today. The Hierophant is about doing what we're supposed to be doing or expected to be doing, or what we expect ourselves to be able to do. The Hierophant is usually about being a good citizen, being a good community member. And it can be about participating in a human organization, like a church, like a school, like some kind of human organization, some legal system participating in that. It can be about that. But given, the day, I kind of feel like it can be more about things that strengthen community, family, that kind of thing. You'll have the energy and the wherewithal to do that today. It'll feel right to do that today. And the Five of Wands is, there may be some conflict here today at some point in the day. But you know what? It's not major conflict, it's wands. It's people, these are pages engaged in a training exercise, actually. They're learning to use the wands, and that's what they're doing. So they really are engaged in a cooperative endeavor, but the nature of the endeavor involves some conflict, of course, learning how to argue well, learning how to disagree well, learning how to debate, learning how to, these kinds of things is what we have with the Five of Wands. And a lot of times these are exercises among family members or people otherwise engaged in a cooperative effort, like coworkers. So, you might have a little bit of that today, but that is just fine, because it looks to me like the Hierophant is a very security giving, makes you feel solid, makes things feel solid. And the Hermit gives you new insights about it, So if, whether this is internal conflict or disagreement with somebody else, you have two very powerful major arcana today to make that into actually an exercise for the greater good, a disagreement or a negotiation, or figuring things out in a way that actually strengthens the structure of the relationships. So there we go. This is a good day. It's a good day. For some of you, I got to say it, okay, because I just heard it. For some of you, this is about loved ones being present for you. This is a family day or a community day. Whether you have church or not, or, just have family get-togethers, it is a day for that. Sort of like traditional kind of things you do routinely, part of the tradition with the Hierophant. So if you're having something like that, the Hermit is saying there is a lost loved one with you all. Okay? There's someone from the other side who wants to bring a message. And if there's any disagreement or conflict in that group, that's the kind of guidance that this loved one from the other side is bringing. So listen carefully. You may hear. Okay. For those of you who chose the Jade, which is, purity of thought, benevolence, good luck sometimes, heightened intellect sometimes. It's just really nice, pure, kind of peaceful stone. We have the Empress, we have the High Priestess, we have the Eight of Wands. Oh my gosh, you've got two huge major arcana here. Well, the Empress and the High Priestess together, there are mysterious and wonderful new beginnings being nurtured right now, coming up from the mysterious, coming up from the depths inside of you. That's what we have here, the Empress and the High Priestess. So there may be a spiritual new beginning, a spiritual something new that is actually quite lovely and hard to put in words, because we get the High Priestess, hard to put in words, but quite lovely. And something powerful. Spirit is trying to bring something new and powerful into your life, okay? And it's coming up. It's coming up. Your High Priestess suggests to me that you do have intuition, and you may intuitively know what this is. It may be just a new development in your personal life, your spiritual life, something like that. The Eight of Wands suggests to me it's also kind of a busy day. You also have so many things going on, so many things you're concerned with, so many things that are moving ahead. So actually, the Empress and the High Priestess is those are perfect energy for the Eight of Wands, because they're going to make sure things move ahead in the right direction. They're going to make sure, and your intuition is going to make sure that things are moving forward right. That somehow you're managing to keep all of the concerns progressing. So also, though, I gotta say, with these two cards, I think there is something larger going on in this era of your life. It's not just about today. So that is really quite lovely. That means good time for meditation, for connecting with yourself. Good time for that. But also action with this Eight of Wands. Also action. You'll know which direction to go in today. And this is larger, major arcana. This is taking place in this time in your life. So it's not like everything has to be done today or all questions need to be answered today. But know that there's powerful support underneath you and rising up in you. So for those of you who chose the amethyst, which is a very spiritual stone, it implies temperance and psychic abilities enhanced. We have the Nine of Cups, we've got the Judgment card, and we've got the Seven of Wands. So the Judgment card gives you clarity today. It helps you make a decision if you've got a decision to be made. Helps you see things clearly. The Seven of Wands means you're wanting to stand your ground against something, whether that's other people not understanding what you're doing or whether that's internal resistance. Maybe there's part of you that doubts yourself or, would be self-critical. No, you're standing your ground today. You're standing your ground, and I think that is exactly right because you've got the clarity and the good judgment to know that even if not everybody sees it, even if parts of yourself don't see the value of what you're doing, you know. So this is important. This is important. Now you have the Nine of Cups as well, and that's all about, it's sort of a bit about enjoying yourself. It's having your wish. It's allowing yourself to enjoy sort of what you've earned, what you've built up, allowing yourself to enjoy contentment, allowing yourself to consider what your wish is. You may be in an effort to pursue that, given this Judgment card and the Seven of Wands. Like it's not here yet, but you're pursuing that. But this Judgment card is really helping you, your quality of thinking and your clarity. So that's really important. All right. Well, I thank you all so very, very much, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.